Hello, it's time for level 1 systems. So to solve a system just means there's two different equations and you're trying to find the x and y value that works in both systems. Okay. Well, one way to do that is with substitution. So level 1 requires you to do some substitution. When you see an equation that says y equals stuff, well, that stuff can be put in all of the y locations. So we can take this and put it in the y of the other equation. And so what I'm going to do is just rewrite my first equation here. And when I see y, I'm going to put parenthesis 6. And the benefit of that is now there's only one kind of variable in this equation, which means it's solvable. Previously, this whole equation had infinitely many solutions. And we just want one, right? We need to find the one point that works in both equations. So substituting helps us get rid of a variable. So now we're going to go through the rest of the process of solving this. 8 times 6 is 48. And now I can add 48, add some 48. And now I got negative 7x equals 42. And I can divide both sides by that negative 7 there. And I got x is negative 6. All right, we got negative 6. Perfect. We are not done because we need to get both x and y. And once you have your x value, you can plug it into one of your equations. You could put it here, but handily enough, we already have an equation that tells us what the y value is. The y value is 6. So you got that y is 6. We got that x is negative 6. And so we can put those together to write our point. It's at the point negative 6, x first, and then the y value of 6. Ta-da, we did it. All right, let's try another one. We got this one here. It tells us y is negative 7. So you can put that in the y of the other equation. We got 7x plus 5 times 7 equals 0. 5 times 7 is 35. Oh, equals 0. And we're going to finish solving. So we got to get this number on the other side. And we got 7x is negative 35. And divide both sides by that 7. And now we got that x is negative 5. Awesome. We got our x value. And normally, we would take this and plug it into one of our equations but to find out y. But we already have our y value. It's negative 7. So I can take this number and put them together. X is negative 5. Y is negative 7. And ta-da, we found the solution. Let's move on to another one. Okay, this time y isn't just a number, it's a whole expression. But we can take this whole thing and still put it in the y spot. So I got 5x minus 6 times negative 2x. When you substitute things in, make sure you put it in parentheses and you write exactly what's here in the y spot. Okay, so now we're going to do some simplifying. 5x stays here. Negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12. And then the x stays there. We can combine these together. We got 17x equals 0. And you can divide by 17 to get your x value of 0. Hooray, we got it. This time we are not done because this doesn't tell us the y value. It just tells us that y is negative 2 times x. So we can take this and put it in the x spot. And we get y is negative 2 times our x value of 0. Well, negative 2 times 0 is 0. All right, well, now we got our two numbers. X is 0, y is 0, and ta-da, we got our point. Okay, let's go to our last one here. You're going to take this and put it in the y of the other equation. We're substituting that in. So we got negative 7x minus 4, parenthesis, negative 4x, equals negative 9. So now we can do some simplifying. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16, and then the x stays on it. These combine, that'll make 9x is equaling negative 9. Let's divide both sides by 9. And we got that x is negative 1. Once you have your x value, you got to figure out your y value. Let's put this up here in that equation. And we got y is negative 4, parenthesis, negative 1. You substitute the x value in, so you put it in parentheses. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So we got our y value, we got our x value, so we can put them together to write our point of negative 1, 4. Okay, so that's level 1 systems, substituting in something fairly simple and then solving for x and y.